King Ahab went to meet Elijah. He said to Elijah, "Is that really you, the troublemaker of Israel?" Elijah answered, "I have not made trouble for Israel. You caused all the problems when you stopped obeying the Lord and began following the false gods. Now tell all the people of Israel to meet me at Mount Carmel. Also bring the 450 prophets of Baal." So Ahab went and called all the people and the prophets to Mount Carmel. Elijah said, "You must decide what you are going to do. How long will you people keep jumping from one side to the other? If the Lord is the true God, follow him. But if Baal is the true God, then follow him." Elijah said, "I am the only prophet of the Lord here, but there are 450 prophets of Baal. So bring us 2 bulls. Let the prophets of Baal have 1 bull. Let them kill it, cut it into pieces and put the meat on the wood, but don't start the fire. I will do the same with the other bull, and I will not start the fire either. Prophets of Baal, pray to your God, and I will pray to the Lord. Whichever God answers the prayer and starts the fire is the true God." All the people agreed that this was a good idea. So the prophets took their bull and prepared it. They started praying to Baal and prayed until noon. They said, "Baal, please answer us." But there was no sound. No one answered. Then they began jumping around on the altar they had built. Elijah made fun of them. He said, "If Baal really is a god, maybe you should pray louder. Maybe he is busy. He could be sleeping. Maybe you should pray louder and wake him up." So the prophets prayed louder. They cut themselves with swords and spears because this was the way they worshipped. The afternoon passed, but the fire still had not started. Nothing happened. There was no answer from Baal. There was no sound. There was no one listening. Elijah found 12 stones. There was 1 stone for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Elijah used these stones to repair the altar to honour the Lord. He dug a small ditch around the altar. It was wide enough and deep enough to hold about 4 gallons of water. Then Elijah put the wood and the bull on the altar. Then he said, "Fill 4 jars with water. Pour the water on the pieces of meat and on the wood." Then Elijah said, "Do it again." Then he said, "Do it a 3rd time." The water ran down off the altar and filled the ditch. Elijah approached the altar and prayed, "Lord, answer my prayer. Show these people that you, Lord, are God, and that you are the one who is bringing them back to you." Then fire came down from the Lord and burned the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the ground around the altar. Then it dried up all the water in the ditch. All the people saw this happen and began saying, "The Lord is God. The Lord is God."